12 of one of the top dog leagues there are out there, without question, even though we're a nice little quiet secluded one. But it's Bear Racing League, and we are here at the most chaotic track, actually no, the second most chaotic track on the calendar, Saudi Arabia. I'm here with driver slash commentator slash host, that sim guy. Say hello, my friend.
Hello, my friend.
There you go. Good start, good start.
Oh, it just reminded me to when I was a kid that when my mum used to say hello, and you just go, hello, and then say your name, obviously. But yeah. Yeah, no, doing, hopefully this round I get past four corners before retiring. Because
That would be good.
Singapore was not too great from my perspective, was it? Just making four corners and crashing out.
Yeah,
That was great fun.
that must have been just amazing. But you
But
know what? Got this time round,
yeah,
and just the most ideal track to do your redemption drive.
Redemption Drive. Yeah, I mean, I did this track last month, I think, on another league, and I was doing really well. But then I picked up wing damage, which is so easy to do here. You just clip the curb on the inside. So I think it was turn one, two, three, four, maybe on the left hand. I think it is. And yeah, you're screwed for the rest of the race, I'm afraid.
Yeah, you gone.
Absolutely. But looking forward to this one. I'll do my best to stay in the race as long as possible.
That'd be good. So I'm guessing we're not going to have all that much change in weather because we're in nice desert.
Yeah, I can't imagine we will. To be fair.
Yeah, expect dry racing. So not going to have any tactical masterclasses really, unless it's got something to do with safety cars. Pull up the track map. Pull up the
Safety
lap
cars.
data.
Safety cars play a big role in this. In this, I think I'm happy with this setup. In this race,
So one
Saudi
driver
Arabia.
currently sat on the medium tyres is Mr. Cookie. He's the
Ooh,
only man to have them selected. He
I'll tell
hasn't
you what
left
though.
yet. First car's coming out now, and it is a Alfa Romeo. So first driver on ground, in on track is Shoulder. Shoulder is the first man.
Mr. Cookie, I'll tell you a bit of knowledge here. He is ranked in the top 1,000 of the world on this track.
So qualifying is going to be a nice one for him.
Yeah. So he'll. I'm not surprised he's gone out on the mediums. To be fair, because
He knows he's
that.
got the pace.
Yeah, if he's got the pace, then yeah, I expect him fully to do very well around here.
Aero Blake also fitted the mediums, though he hasn't left yet, but he has got them selected. Mr. Cookie is out on the mediums currently in that number 12 Aston Martin, and he's got his teammates just a car or one behind him, with Jimmy Jags in between the two of those, so don't expect all that much from him. We said our first driver to start a lap will be Shoulder, although it's not anymore. I think it's an Alpine. It's in front.
So just a bit of new thing from me. So on this game, I've always raced in cockpit camera, just because I've always wanted that more realism.
Yep.
But I did a race on Sunday in my Sunday league around China, and I've decided to go with TV pod. for that race, and I'll tell you what, it makes a hell of a difference in pace.
Yeah, it really does.
It's crazy how much it does, though.
Mm.
And I start my flying lap.
For some reason, the cars just turn in better, even though you're just on a different camera.
Oh, that's my front wing gone.
Yeah, yellow flag, sector 1. At least you're learning the mistakes now rather than
in the race.
In the race, exactly.
Yeah.
14 and a half minutes to play. No one's set a time yet. However, Kafjak, the man that will set the first lap time, has shoulder right behind him, just running into sector 3 now. DRS wide open, heading around the long left-hander. Well, they'll now come into the final braking point and the final corner. It's one that people have found so difficult to not get right at the wall edge, and all shoulder really does get right to the wall, and he's going to have an absolutely lovely slipstream to the line. Kafjak goes fastest, shoulder goes 3 seconds faster than that. Shoulder places a 1:29.1. Mr. Cookie comes across the line on mediums, a second and a half off of that time. Quick Killers, 7/10 off of that time, but on soft tyres as well. So it's a great time from Shoulder to start the race, to start his outlap. Few more drivers also on some fast laps. Hazard's managed to stuff his up, so he's now currently just on an in lap. Mechanical also on a fly. He's going to be the next man to set a lap time. So far looking for a pretty decent time, coming around the final corner now. Gets the power on nice and early. He moves up to P6. Not the best of times from him whatsoever. The only man behind him nearly 2 seconds slower. So far.
So what's the top 3?
Top 3. Shoulder is currently in pole position. Never Fear Andy's here is 2/10 off of that time. And Chaz Knight Rider another 2/10 back.
Wow.
Mr. Cookie currently sits P5.
Mediums.
With medium tyres. Other than that, Hazard is out of the session. Having not completed a lap.
I've just heard him crash into the wall, actually.
Oh, delightful. That's very unlucky for him. He never even got to set a time, so he will start right at the back of the grid. No drivers currently out on a fast lap. Maybe SX Perry is on one now. Other than that, a lot of people are on outlaps currently, including some of our fastest drivers. Aero Blake, J-Horse, and yourself are all on outlaps.
Yeah, I stuffed up my my first run. Got on the power just a bit too early. Lost traction on the rear, obviously, and just sent it into the wall. I was very lucky not to lose my whole wheel off the car completely and DNF, but managed to hit the wall fairly square on, so that just got rid of my front wing instead.
Well, could have been worse.
Absolutely. Have we had many people say much about the about this race?
Let's have a little look, shall we? Oh my god, I forget where it is. Right, in pre-race comments, Mr. Cookie is suggesting that we're all going to die. Been a bit existential from him.
Yeah.
And Ricky V just giving us a nice little gif of a brick wall and just making sure to remind us to stay away from those. Nice pre-planning.
It's kind from him.
Yep. Mechanical Cole being very harsh to Jeddah, which I will not repeat. PG. We're PG here. Maybe not in the Discord server, but we're PG on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Mr. Cookie's message actually got deleted for that same very reason. Aero Blake throw up. J Horse is excited to complete the last to wall challenge, which is a brilliant pun. And Mr. Cookie is expecting a first to last challenge from himself, as Rick EV has just crossed the line and put it a second faster than Shoulder.
Oh.
So it's now a 128.150 to beat.
I got on purple in the second sector.
It's looking like a decent time. J Horse is in the pit. Aero Blake is still on an out lap. So I think he's pitted and changed his tyres up. DRS wide open, keeping it nice and close to that line. It comes across, you go... Wait, what's your time?
I don't know, it's not
what
actually...
What time was that? It's not telling
128, 128.151.
You're a thousandth.
You're joking.
A thousandth. If it's a 128.151, you're 1,000th of a second.
Wow.
One out. That is.
I messed up the last corner ever so slightly. I just went a bit too wide and didn't get a very good exit.
That's something to behold, isn't it?
I quite like the AlphaTauri and the Red Bull around this track. They feel good. I find the Red Bull on this game feels like it can handle the curbs so much better. I don't know why, but I don't know what the reason is. It just feels a lot easier.
I've had some messages in the YouTube chat, and something that's
oh nice,
always a little bit quiet in there, but it's we had Mechanical Cole just letting us know that it's dry throughout the day and tomorrow.
Awesome.
And J Horse just popping in and saying hello. So,
hello, J Horse.
Yes, hello, my friends. You've not set a lap time yet. What's going on?
He's starting from the back.
Oh, is he starting from the back? Went out for an out lap and then decided to come in again.
Yeah, that will just be so he can confirm his
setup.
Yeah, confirm his setup. Just so his setup is saved. So Rick has commented in the Discord saying, tagged me and said, "Don't scream," and then he's screenshotted or taken a picture of the quali times, and I'm literally.
It's not even telling me that. It's just saying it's a split time. No
really?
Split time. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Is Mr. Cookie going to be doing anything else? Is he? He's out there, but still on mediums. Maybe he's just practicing a bit more before he puts in a lap time.
Yeah, I mean, currently he's on a fast lap and he's invalidated it, so...
Okay. So maybe he's just getting some practice in.
Yeah,
no,
maybe.
Now he boxes.
Yeah, he's flying into the box. It's interesting what's going on.
Aero Blake just about to start a flying lap. I'm on board with him currently. Let's see where he breaks. Just by the start of the curb, he's gone a little bit deep. He's cut that first corner slightly, but I don't think his lap time's validated, is it? I can't see that information.
Who's this?
I don't think it. Aero Blake. I don't think it is because he's still pushing. He's taken the nice,
Yeah, he's
the
still in.
nice left, right, very nicely, lifting off into this sector, and he's had to lift off quite a bit there to not go over the curb too much. He's put say in 31.034, which actually puts him not quickest. Sorry. Let's stay on board with him. He's probably gone in a bit too early there, I think, into that right-hander. You need to take that right-hander a little bit more open, just so that you get a better exit. We've got 4 minutes to go, so I'm gonna go out on track, and I'll let you take over.
He is. He's coming round the final flat straight. Well, it's not really a straight. It is very much on a corner. However, he comes into the final braking zone now. Still valid. Gets a decent exit by the looks of it. He's absolutely hammering the throttle as he comes down the line here. Doesn't get too close to the white line on the inside, so he might lose a little bit off of that. And he has. He's not gotten the best of times in there. 8/10 off of the fastest time. 0.840 off of Rick V17, meaning that he is 0.839 seconds off of you. Just
that
to
1/10.
Just to keep it nice and close.
Yeah. But I'm doing another run, so we'll see how this goes. Have we got Shoulder out there on another lap yet, or?
Shoulder is on an out lap currently.
Excuse me.
Mr. Cookie's fitted some softs.
Ah, right. So now this is where we'll see the pole pace. Yeah, you watch.
It's not gone entirely to plan for
just
Mr.
hit the wall.
You've hit the wall. Oh no!
But it's okay. I've saved it. I'm crawling back time.
Mr. Cookie invalidated his lap, so he'll have to go again. Never fear, Andy's here is also on a flyer. And Quick Killers has retired.
Cool, just nearly on the racing line there as well.
Oh god, that's very close for Quick Killers. Quick Killer's car is in a very dangerous location,
yeah.
So
I'm 3/10 up, nearly 4/10 up. Can I do it?
God, Chaz Knight Rider's not far off the racing line as well, is he? It's a decent exit.
Yeah.
Coming across the line. Once again getting very close to invalidating. Does go fastest. Considerable margin as well. Nearly half a second. For now. Is comfortably at the top of the table.
I did mess up though. I did hit that wall ever so slightly, and I lost it. I think about 1/10, but I managed to crawl it back over the rest of the lap, and obviously go 4/10 about 4/10 quicker. But I think I probably had another 1/10 or 2 in there, and I haven't done any practice on this track since my last race here, so very, very raw at the moment.
Still putting in some decent times. Rick EV also on a fast lap. However, he has decided to give it up. He has gone invalid. And is now getting out of the way of Shoulder. just. Shoulder also on a fast lap. Quite a lot of drivers actually on fast laps, including Chaz Knight Rider, who's nearly half a tenth up on his original time. He might just be able to overtake No Fear Andy's here, as he's had an absolute stinker of a first sector, so he is well and truly finishing that lap. So far, Ricky V will not get another lap in. That is his qualifying finish. So is it for Aero Blake. Shoulder still has the opportunity to put in another lap, but he's not going to be able to gain the nearly 8 tenths he'll need. He's about a tenth up, 10th down on his time at the moment, so I don't think he's particularly going to be changing positions. Shoulder, however, might have the opportunity to get him past Aero, but no, he doesn't. He stays worse off from his original point. Never Fear Andy's here won't complete another lap. Calf Jack quite far up on his time, but he's invalidated. Scotty, bad timing currently, and he is well and truly off the pace. Let's have a little look at Jimmy Jangs all the way down in 13th place.
Mr. Cookie, has he gone again?
Mr. Cookie has finished.
Really? Oh, so he's not putting it on pole.
P9.
The person who is ranked in the top 1,000 in this track, and
he's put it
not
P9.
put it on pole.
He had one lap on softs, binned it, and couldn't get another lap in. It shows you just how harsh this track is. That one of the fastest today has finished P9, so clearly not quite the level of speed he might have been at one point. As all drivers are now finished. So
but
here are.
Let's just quickly mention, Never Fear Andy's here, highest qualifying position so far in P6.
P6, yeah, he's done a really good job there.
Really, really good job. That's incredible. And Mechanic Cole's qualified in P8 as well. So, also Chaz Knight Rider P5 there. Good qualifying from him.
Some really good qualifying from quite a few people. But it's
that's
you.
That's my first pole, I think. Yeah, for a while that.
Above the Mercedes driver Rick V17, and then it's Aero Blake in the top 3. Shoulder will start P4, Chaz Knight Rider P5. No Fear Andy's here will start P6 with Quick Killers P7, Mechanical Cole and Mr. Cookie P8 and P9 respectively. SX Perry starts P10, a good qualifying from him, and Calf Jack in P11. Scotty then P12 and Jimmy Jack's P13, and Hazard and Aiden P14 and 15, with J Horse, the Ferrari boy, down in P16. Having not set a lap time. He is doing last to first challenges for the rest of this season, bar the last race where I nick his seat.
You do indeed, yeah. What's the last race? Austria, I think.
I think it is Austria, yeah.
Yeah. What do you like around Austria?
I haven't done it in a while, so I'll probably sit and do about 60 laps in time trial, just to make sure I know what I'm doing.
Good.
Really.
Right, so strategy. It's looking like a one-stop strategy, and the pit laps around lap 10, and that's pitting for mediums. Around lap 9, pitting for hards. But I don't think many people would be pitting for hards. Do you know what? I'm gonna put my fuel at 25 laps exactly, because there is guaranteed to be a safety car around this track. Let's be honest. Actually, do you know, I'm going to go even less. I'm going to go 24.6. That's risky, but
That is a bit risky.
My middle name is Danger. Austin Powers reference there.
Yeah. Great film.
Great films.
Sets. You know what? A couple of days ago, I watched the new Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, what's it like?
Very good, actually. I will say, he is quite good. It's witty, as witty as the original ones as well.
Is it Paul Rudd is in it, isn't he?
All of them are. All the original Ghostbusters are.
Oh yeah, with the new with the new guys as well.
Yeah. None of
Yeah.
the female Ghostbusters are there, but all
No.
the male ones are.
That film was shit anyway.
Yeah, that film
Excuse
was
my-
that was a write-off of a film.
Yeah. Terrible. And that's not a sexist comment at all before anyone thinks it might be. It was just a terrible film. Wow, everyone's really going slow around here.
Yeah, really taking their time. No one wants to screw up before they even hit the grid, so I don't blame them, to be honest.
Yeah. No threat of rain, says Jeff.
No threat of rain. I can't lie, I'm not surprised.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't want him talking to me. Right. AI has taken over.
We line up on the grid.
I think I did a fairly good job in trying to bunch everyone up as much as possible. Because they were properly spread out.
And now we are very, very much bundled up. Everyone coming onto the grid nice and quickly. It should be a nice and quick run to the start lights. J-Horse has elected to go on to mediums.
Oh.
He is one of 2, 3, 4 people that have done just that, but that is irrelevant right now. We go to 5 red lights in Saudi Arabia. It's quite a long wait, but we are off straight away, and it is a really good start by that sim guy. He gets himself comfortably in front of the Mercedes, just dipping up the inside, and he makes slight contact with the Haas for second place. They carry on side by side, heading down now towards the quick left-handers. The Mercedes has got the inside line. He does take the position. Rick EV17 is now in front, and Aero Blake's now got to deal with Chaz Knight Rider right behind. He's now beginning to put the pressure on. Can he manage to get past Neck on this DRS straight? But we don't have DRS, not until lap 3. He has got a good run on him. Is he able to sneak? He's going to go round the outside if he's going to make a move. He does. He gets a good lunge in, but then doesn't quite get the midpoint of the corner. That goes to Aero Blake. Aero Blake stays in front. Chaz Knight Rider had a really good entry to that corner, but then Aero Blake just picked the grip up much, much earlier than him and has comfortably held position. Behind him, Shoulder holds P5 and Quick Killers P6. J-Horse has managed to make up positions to P12 right now, scrambling right at the back. He's doing a very, very good job, and he's got the medium tyres of Essex Perry right behind him, and he's getting very, very close to this back grid now. What was your start of the race like?
Yeah, very good. I'm being overtaken by Rick as we speak, which is fine. But to my extreme shock, no safety car on the first lap.
No, people have kept it clean.
Very clean. I am genuinely surprised.
Can you get the switch back? Calf Jack picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane.
Oh. Do you know what? I think they've updated this game so that you can run over the curbs a bit more.
Oh,
because last time I raced here,
some of the moves were just straight up illegal.
Yeah, I mean you couldn't go on the curbs like hardly at all because they were just that you would just get invalidated.
Oh.
But now it seems like you can really run over them quite a bit more. Oh, as Rick Ev has just smashed into the wall in front of me. I could possibly picked up wing damage, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to be
Bit of contact made.
Giving him plenty of room, or trying to at least, in the fast corners. As Aero Blake now comes right behind both of us and is going to try and capitalise on something that's going to go on between me and Rick.
He's swinging around the left-hand side. Ricky V17 still got his back wheel in it. However, he's pretty much opened the door for Aero Blake to follow him down this straight as we head back into turn 1. As some guys still got the inside line as we speak. Is he going to be able to make use of that heading into turn 1? He does get in front and shields off Rick nicely. However, Rick isn't ready to give up just yet. He does have to slot behind though. However, Aero Blake right on the back of these two now as Ricky V makes a bit of a mistake heading through that corner, and it looks like he's definitely picked up a bit of wing damage here and now holding up Aero Blake. Aero Blake's unable to get through. It's just a complex where you just cannot pass, and Ricky V going so slowly through these corners. Aero Blake finally managing to get past, but it was quite a few corners with bad wing damage for Ricky V17, and that has brought the gap from first to second up to 1.7 seconds. It's a bad mistake by Ricky V17, and you can see he's clearly dropping towards the back now. Shoulder right on the gearbox immediately. It's almost unreal just how much time you lose from the tiniest of little bits of wing damage here. He'll be overtaken any moment now. As soon as Shoulder gets the opportunity, he's right on the back. It's pretty much inevitable.
Yeah, definitely picked up wind damage. I don't know if it was on me, to be honest. Did he maybe tap the back of me? I'm not sure.
I think it was the wall he tapped. Just turning into that left-hander, sort of in sector 1.
Okay. Yeah, I get that one. That's exactly where that is exactly where I damaged my wall in my race on Sundays. Scotty has left the session for some reason. So does that mean we're going to get a VSC or a safety car? Because I could really do with that right now, because my fuel is minus 3.3.
3.3 laps.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Sorry, not minus 3.3, 0.3.
Still, as Scotty has rejoined the session. Quick Killers is out, but he hasn't done any laps on those tyres.
Oh. I got on purple in sector 1, so managing to keep this gap and extend it slightly as well. As Neverfear and is here is in P4, so he's made his way up. Looks like he's fighting with Mr. Cookie, I can see on the mini-map. Probably want to go and watch Characteristics if you're free. Oh, and
yes,
I've just picked
very
up
much so.
I've just picked up my first warning, as I can see Aero Blake has picked up a 3-second time penalty, so I'm going to be very careful in my my own race now. As I'm on my own, just need to take it easy and not pick up any more warnings, otherwise I will obviously pick up a penalty. Oh, going deep into the last corner, not what I want, but I get a decent exit, so it's not too bad. Shoulder and Aero Blake fighting for P2. What's going on there?
Not a whole lot right now. Aero Blake is on the back. They're on the start-finish straight. Shoulders managed to sneak it up the inside before they even hit turn 1. And Mr. Cookie snuck it up the inside of Neverfear Andy's here, but Neverfear Andy's has gone back to the inside. But Mr. Cookie somehow just about holding on through that corner. But Neverfear Andy's here. It's right on the inside, and that is a safety car. That is Chaz Knight Rider that has caused that. Let's see where that incident has taken place. Here it is, just at the start of the DRS straight. As soon as you hook into that left-hander, he's just on the outside of that corner.
So strategy now comes into play. So I'm thinking it's difficult because lap 10 was the pit strategy. My tyres are currently on 25% nearly all round. I'm thinking, do I put it on mediums now and look after the tyres under the safety car, and then I'll obviously be on mediums hopefully by lap, say, 7 or 8. Obviously it's 2 laps earlier than I would have been if there wasn't a safety car. What do you think? What do I do before I get to these pits?
Well, that was a lot of information. So, what you're suggesting is you could possibly
Pitting
switch
now.
to medium tyres. You'd have to run 19 laps on those tyres. But remember, with safety car,
Yeah.
I think if you were to do that, you'd kind of be betting on having another safety car to keep those tyres alive. But most likely there will be another safety car. So, yeah, I'd say go for it.
Oh, I nearly got caught
That
speeding
was
in the pit lane then.
close.
Very close. Yeah, no, I'm coming in. I think it's the wise thing to do. It looks like the Alfa Romeo is going on hard tyres, so shoulder looks like he's banking on there not to be another safety car, and hopefully he doesn't have to then pit again. But that's not the quickest strategy, I don't think, because I'll be able to look after my tyres for the next 2 laps, not really use them, and then it will roughly be around the same pit strategy as I was before. So, and look who I've got in front of me. I've got Jay Hawes in front of me. So, he is on his last to first challenge. I don't think that this does help him, I guess, because he can stay at the front and try and pull away, but he still obviously needs to pit, and I've effectively taken a free pit stop because I've managed to pit under the safety car, which obviously gives me a lot more time during the race.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if this has worked out. If we get another safety car, possibly towards lap say 15, then that will really help Jay Hawes.
Yeah, so strategy very much becoming the forefront of our talks. We have another 19 laps of racing to go, so we've still got absolutely plenty of time for anything to happen. We remember in Singapore we thought it was all over with about 5 laps to go, and then all of a sudden
True.
it wasn't. So
Very good point.
We've got to think about how obviously you've got to stick with what's currently occurring and expect everything to go well. However, you've also got to keep in mind, keep tyre choices open and variable if needs be.
Another thing is that I've got 2 drivers in front of me who are both on mediums, and obviously they started their race on mediums. I've got Shoulder behind me who's on hard, so he's not going to have much pace on those hards. And then it's Aero Blake behind Shoulder with a 3-second time penalty, so that helps me even more. So if I can get in front of these 2, or even not need to get in front of these 2, because these 2 have got to stop again, and I can just take it easy. Just race my own race, maybe make the easy pass if it becomes available. But not really have to push at this stage, I don't think.
Just keep it nice and conservative.
Yeah.
And just keep speeds going well. Other drivers that are in pretty decent tyre conditions right now, Never Fear Andy's here and Hazard have both pitted as well. SX Perry and Rick all the way down in P11 also on fresh tyres. You can just see how much that wing damage took a toll on his time.
Yeah.
The top of
Is
having
there
to
anyone? Sorry,
yeah,
is
so
there
go
anyone
ahead.
else on hards?
No, Shoulder is the only man on hard tyres.
So this could be a Mr. Cookie, Austin, OP 3000 IQ strategy move.
It very much could be.
If I have to pit again, which I'm hoping I obviously don't need to, then Shoulder will take the lead.
Yes.
Very impressed that we've only had 1 safety car so far.
Yeah, that's gone really well. We've currently got 14 of the original 16 drivers in, and safety car is in this lap. So, vital to get a good getaway from Mr. Cookie. He's got one of the most competitive, one of the most scary drivers to have behind him. But he's a man that can handle it. There goes the safety car. He's round the final corner and dipping into... Yes, the safety car is in the pit lane. Mr. Cookie holding. He goes away and he gets away. It is a pretty good run for him. He's managed to pull about 3/10 to J-Horse, but J-Horse can very much still have an opportunity here to go down the inside. That Sim guy attacking J-Horse, but not quite managing to get a move done. Moves happening at the back though. Hazard's managed to sneak it up the inside. Never Randy's here and he moves up to P7 and now up to P6. Aiden Gray is a offline car right now. He's not a real life car. So hence why he is falling down the grid. Jimmy Jag's currently in the pit lane as well. Other shenanigans taking place right now, and we've just walked right into one with Mechanical Cole and Rick having a big old battle there that sent Rick flying off the track there, and he's just sort of cut across and managed to get himself back on track once again. He holds 10th place as we speak. Other than that, closest battle is the one right at the front with Mr. Cookie and J-Horse, and a man not that far behind him. Talk us through what's going through your head right now.
I know that I've got much fresher tyres than these two in front of me, so I'm just biding my time, to be honest. I can feel that I've got the superior grip compared to these two in front of me, so I'm not too concerned right now in the slipstream of both of them. So I'm getting over speed right now, but I'm just going to brake early into the last corner, try and get a good exit, which I haven't compared to the two in front of me, because actually they use they use traction control and I don't, so they've got it a lot easier than me, but I'm still trying to do my best with what I've got so far. But I know that I don't really need to stress my tyres too much, because these two have got to pit.
Fair enough.
I nearly lose the back end. I've lost a lot of time to the two in front now. I think they're and I've just picked up another warning just now, trying to recover my drive and overdrive, and that's not good driving from me there. But I am still okay. I'm still within 1 second. I need to try and push now to stay within that 1 second, so that I get DRS to stay with these two. I don't need to lose too much time.
Yes, and Calf Jack has just picked up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He's all the way down in P12. Other than that, Shoulder currently holding on to P5. Aeroblake made a move on him. We watched that happen about 2 laps ago now, just after the safety car restart. And we can see a big battle happening here with Never Fear Randy's here, Hazard and SX Perry. These drivers all also very close to each other. However, we're going to switch back to the front pack of the race as J-Horse is looking in a really good position to possibly be able to get a move done down into turn 1 here. He's had an okay exit, but Mr. Cookie's had an ever so slightly better one, so he manages to keep comfortably in front now. However, J-Horse sticking on the back nicely at the moment, so he's got a really good opportunity here to absolutely nail it and go for a move into the next DRS straight, which isn't all that far away.
J-Horse has lost a bit of time, and I've caught him a little bit, but not enough to make too much of an impact. But we're both going to get DRS now, though. So, and I've just gone purple in the first sector, so that proves to me that I've got the pace over these two, and it's feeling good at the moment. I just need to concentrate, and it's very difficult to race and commentate on. I've really lost the back end there, but I just keep it intact. That was nerve-wracking.
These two drivers so close to each other right now. A gap between the 3 drivers is just half a second. 3 cars in 0.5 seconds of space. It's very close, and it's second and third that are closest to each other right now. J-Horse getting a good slipstream off of the Aston Martin, but gets slightly caught up behind the Aston Martin. That's really unfortunate for J-Horse. He's going to get well and truly stuck behind the back of Mr. Cookie, which has allowed that sim guy to pass through. He's currently leading through here right now. Mr. Cookie falls back to P3. J-Horse going to dive down the inside. He's going to make the move work. Just cuts off that sim guy. Manages to get himself comfortably into first place. And all that is a big tank slapper from that sim guy. Mr. Cookie retakes that position. However, at 10 lap old tyres, J-Horse and Mr. Cookie now stand. You only have 4 lap old tyres.
Yeah, so I managed to get J-Horse on the back straights before the last corner, and then I got a really good exit. We've had Aero Blake spin off. Maybe he's hit the wall. Is this a retirement for Aero Blake?
Nope, he is still moving. He is still well and truly moving and getting himself back up to race pace now, and all just making a little collision with the Aston Martin there, who was at full speed. Aero Blake about 30 mile an hour slower, just causing that. Rick has managed to find himself up to P4.
Oh my god, no, I just got wing damage.
Big movement I've just walked into, and a little bit of wing damage for that sim guy, so that's going to be difficult for him to manage. Right on the back of Mr. Cookie though, so still got the pace going through that corner. J-Horse practically a sitting duck here. Mr. Cookie's going to go around the outside. Made the move work happily. All day long he's made that move work. Gets himself back up into P1 once again.
Really struggling now. I've only got green wing damage, but look at how big the difference is.
Really struggling just to get the car hooked into the corner, and you can just see how detrimental having wing damage is on this track in particular, a track that requires so much front wing downforce. As you can see, falling back 7-8 tenths now to J-Horse, and it's just continuously increasing, and that is a 3-second time penalty for that sim guy. Looking towards the front though, J-Horse 2 tenths from Mr. Cookie, so these two are very, very close to each other. They're having absolutely no challenges at the moment. However, DRS wide open on the back straight. Will J-Horse elect to make a move? He does not make a move down the inside. He holds that position. Going to be opening up the rear flap now. It's almost like you're a sitting duck along this straight. It's impossible to really keep them behind. J-Horse going to slip to the inside. No, he's not. He holds position.
I've decided to pick because I just don't think that I can hold that wing for the rest of the race. I'd rather fit new mediums now, go to the end of the race on these new mediums, and see where I end up, because with a new front wing, I think that'll be the best option.
Yeah.
But now I am behind everyone, and no one in front of me, apart from the top two, I believe, need to pit again. So this is a lonely race for me now, I'm afraid. From that one little mistake in hitting the wall and getting the slightest bit of wing damage.
Yeah, and just as you were speaking about, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 3-second time penalties just got dished out in rapid succession. So Mr. Cookie currently sits with a 3-second time penalty. Aero Blake sits with 6 seconds, as J-Horse passes comfortably down that back straight into the final corner. Hazard's on 3 seconds, yourself on 3 seconds, Never fear, Andy's here's on 3. J-Horse just rubbing the tyres up and down, almost like he's trying to warm them. in the middle of a race. Interesting decisions from him. Mr. Cookie slips it back down the inside and at turn 1. On top of that, Scotty's got 5 seconds and Jimmy Jag's got 3 to round out all the penalties.
Right, I'm going to try and go for fastest lap now. Have we got anything else happening across the grid?
Right now, the closest battle, without a doubt, is our top 2 drivers. Other than that, we got Hazard and Mechanical Cole, who are 8 tenths apart, but Mr. Cookie and J-Horse currently a 10th apart. Heading round the S's towards the end of the lap now. Final little chicane as Mr. Cookie gets a little leery on exit. Gonna lose a bit of time there, and DRS wide open now. Jimmy Jags nicely ghosted, so he doesn't have to worry about that, and J-Horse comfortably in front before they even hit the braking zone.
We kind of need another safety car. I think we got Hazard and Mechanic Cole fighting quite a bit just in front of me. I'm catching them quite quickly, so it does tell me that they are battling it out on track right now.
Just 3 tenths apart from one another, so they too have also got their battles taking place. It's going to be the Aston Martin that dives down the inside. However, the McLaren side by side through the first chicane, but it is the Aston Martin that comes out and prevails on top. For now, that is these two practically inseparable right now. Will not get off each other's backs, and they are just beginning to open up a little bit through Sector 1's horrible section of corners. However, that will all just close back down again on this DRS straight. What's new?
Yeah, and I am coming up to them right now, and I can see Mechanic Cole did catch under the DRS there, and is trying to stay with Hazard. Obviously, stay in his 1 second to get that DRS on the next 2 straights as well. And obviously, me coming up behind them now with a lot more pace on these fresher tyres, as I only pitted 2 laps ago for these. And I've caught Mechanic Cole very quickly, just due to having that much more pace on fresh tyres. Hazard is harvesting energy, and Mechanic Cole goes up the inside, and I nearly go into the back of Hazard just because Hazard braked so early to try and get the switchback move done on Mechanic Cole, but he hasn't managed it. Is it going to go 3 wide into turn 1? Where am I going to go?
Most likely.
Go around the outside.
Mechanical Cole backs off. Mechanical Cole immediately backed off there. He was the middle driver. He knew that was going to go wrong if he stayed there. Mechanical Cole immediately backs off and then beaten in the braking zone. That's him, guy. Manages the double overtake there. Gets past Hazard very, very cleanly. But yeah, Mechanical Cole elected to remove himself from that situation.
And I'm already 1.3 seconds ahead of those two, just through the first sector there. So you can see the difference in tyres massively playing a big role right now in that fight. As I went purple in the first sector, fastest first sector of the race so far, but that was with the help of DRS down the main straight. As I go slowest in the second sector, so fully expecting that. Coming up to Aeroblake now, who's only 2.5 seconds ahead. Back into 6th position, I am.
As you mentioned, that J-Horse tears it down the inside at turn 1 once again. He manages to get himself in front, and he will be in front right until the final corner of at the very end of this lap, where Mr. Cookie will have such strong pace over him that he overtakes for the final corner and then gets re-overtaken at turn 1 again. You know, that feels oddly similar to the real world race. As no, I'm completely wrong. Mr. Cookie has absolutely sent one down the inside. However, pulled out to the outside, nearly let J Horse back through again, has managed to shut the door nicely and has moved his way up to P1 halfway through the lap. And J Horse now picks up a 3-second time penalty, so
yes,
they are level on time penalties.
Do you know what? This helps me massively. If those two keep fighting up ahead, that means that their pit stop time is going to be a lot further back. When they come out the pits, they're going to be a lot further back than they should be if they weren't fighting. I'm only 8 tenths now behind Aero Blake, so I will have DRS on him into this straight. Yes, I do. Hopefully I can make the move into turn 1, but I'm going to let him have. I don't want to attack him into the last corner.
Otherwise, he'll just get it right back again.
Straight, exactly. He'll get me back straight away. But I think he's conceding the position just because obviously I've come up behind him so much quicker. Maybe he's got a little bit of wing damage. I don't know. Because I caught him in. I think I caught 2.5 seconds in 1 lap. So maybe he's struggling with wing damage.
Yeah, definitely got a bit of a pace advantage there. Just a little one.
Just a small one.
Just a minute one.
So, out of interest now, how far am I off the lead?
Gaps to leaders, have a little look. You, as P5, you are currently 14 seconds off of the lead.
Okay, so that's about 5-6 seconds in front of them after they pit.
Yeah. And you've got Rick, who is 3 seconds off lead, and Shoulder, who is 6 seconds off lead. As J-Horse has just picked up another time penalty. Oh. So he now sits at 6 seconds of time penalties. So not ideal on his front.
No. Aero Blake has got my DRS, so he's going to try and follow me as I try and make as much time.
As they have both dived into the pit lane. Mr. Cookie's picked up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So those two are now heavily time penaltied up. Both coming in, and yeah, Mr. Cookie has served that time penalty out. No, he hasn't. He hasn't served that time penalty. He will fall out in front. You have pulled in front of them. Aero Blake splits you from Mr. Cookie. Mr. Cookie's 3 seconds back currently.
I just made a massive mistake and slightly tapped the wall. I think that's given me a little bit of wing damage. I'm not sure, or maybe my tyres are just dirty, but that's really not helped my cause at all. This track really does that to you. I think I do have wing damage again, but I'm not going to bother pitting now.
Totally unforgiving, this track. That is the only way to describe it. Mr. Cookie has picked up another 3-second time penalty. His penalties are up to 11 seconds now. So he is well and truly out of any running of a good position. With such high time penalties, it's impossible to pay them off in a catching and pulling away circumstance. I can't see him doing much better than where he is right now. However, he has caught up nicely to the back of you two. Gets very close to Aero Blake through the exit, and Aero Blake is now coming alongside here. He goes round the outside. He is through without question and hundreds of meters before hitting that marker. Mr. Cookie now right on the back, fresh softs. He's got pace for days as he launches one up the inside. Takes up all of the track to get that move done, sneaks it back up the inside for that corner, and is now comfortably in front and obviously in the mood to catch and make moves. Clearly it's a medium soft combo right now, but that could all change as Mr. Cookie piles up the inside of Aero Blake, gets the move done comfortably, who gets the traction laid down so quickly, and right behind Jade Horse, getting a little bit impatient as he just can't quite make it past. He's right up the gearbox here now and losing time to his almost rival this entire race, Mr. Cookie. They're now split by just over a second and a half pretty much. Still looking for that opportunity to make a move, and it's going to be now. He's going to go to the outside. He has to go to the outside. Might have made a little bump there. I don't know whether that was a glitch or whether he actually made contact with the wall or not. Doesn't decide to send it down the inside for this lap, but he's going to try and get the better exit. He does get the better exit. Hammers on the DRS. Takes it down the inside. Does manage to get past. He moves up into P5, but is it for very long? Yes, he does just about manage to hold on to it for turn 1, and now all of his intentions are on catching Aero Blake to take P4 from him. Aero Blake currently on the same amount of time penalties as J Horse, so this is a fight for position without a doubt for on track and actual positions. J Horse though, no, it's not anymore. He's picked up another 3-second time penalty. His time penalties run up to 9 seconds now. Mr. Cookie fully capitalising on this open air. He's now pulled a second to Aero Blake, and Aero Blake now beginning to come under threat from the Ferrari. But he just can't manage to get that pace, get that grip under him on the acceleration, which is where these softs are without a doubt the most fastest, is under acceleration, as Cash Jack has retired from the session. Whereabouts? It's a full course safety car with not many laps of running to go at all. Be lap 22 before we catch the safety car. So what, lap 23, 24, probably got maybe a lap of racing.
Yeah, I think a lap or two, definitely. I'm going to dive into the pits. yeah. We're all diving into the pits.
Everyone launching into the pit lane now. When we say everyone, we mean absolutely everyone's coming in for fresh soft tyres.
I've only got used softs to put on, but I'm changing my front wing to have that pace back in me, because I did have damage. So hopefully I can capitalise on something. I've come out just behind J Horse, so I haven't lost any positions, which is great. Or I might lose a position behind Hazard. I'm trying to get out as quickly as possible. I've kept it. Nope, it's good. So let's have a look at the wear on these tyres. Only 2%. That's good. So I use these tyres during quali. So that's okay. They'll be a little bit slower than the ones in front, but I'm not too concerned about that, to be honest. I feel like I have, obviously putting the pole time in, I feel like I have maybe the quickest pace. Maybe Mr. Cookie is slightly quicker, but yeah, we'll see how this all pans out as we got. What's the order currently?
So first place is Rick, then Shoulder has somehow managed to just stumble into P2. Aero Blake P3, Mr. Cookie P4, J Horse P5, yourself P6, Hazard P7, Mechanical Cole P8, SX Perry P9. Never Fear Andy's here is currently sat in points playing positions. P10 with Aiden Gray P11, Scotty P12 and Jimmy Jags P13. However, Never Fear Andy's here sits on 3 seconds of time penalties, whereas Aiden, the man behind him, sits on none. So he's going to have to pull away or get in front of SX Perry to be able to confirm points, which would be absolutely wonderful. Fully rooting for him. Fully rooting for him.
Who retired on that one?
It was Calf Jack. So both Alpines are out of the race.
I believe, Kapchak's done a really good job in racing tonight, though, because I believe he might have pneumonia.
He's got pneumonia?
I think so, yeah. If I remember correctly.
Fair play.
Yeah. That's some sort of commitment, I have to say. Right. So I think safety car should be in this lap. Let's see how many places I can make up, if any. If I need to make any. I need to be 3 seconds within Mr. Cookie, 6 seconds within J Hawes. I don't have to worry about Hazard behind me, and I don't have to worry about Mechanic Cole behind me, because they got time penalties. Has Aeroblake's got time penalties? What time penalties has Aeroblake got?
Aero Blake is currently sat on 6 seconds worth of time penalties.
Okay, so I need to be within 3 seconds of him.
Yeah, so Aero Blake's on 6 seconds, Mr. Cookie's on 6 seconds, J Horse on 9, yourself obviously on 3, Hazard's on 6, Mechanical Cole's on 3, SX is on 3, Never Fear Randy is on 3, and then both Scotty and Jimmy. Scotty's on 3 and Jimmy's on 8.
And the top 2 are on nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Oh, so they can just accelerate away and not have to worry about the drivers behind them at all, really. So it's a case of getting up into. It's a case of, for me personally, it's a case of getting up into P1 and then pulling away by 3 seconds in 2 laps.
Challenging.
Very challenging, that's for sure. Safety car in this lap.
It is. So it will be Rick to start. Currently running through the final corner. When's he going to put his foot down? He puts his foot down in a similar position. However, fully caught shoulder off guard. So he's managed to pull 6/10 already. And shoulder having to defend a little bit from Aero Blake. Now running. Rick currently comfortably at front. However, shoulder beginning to catch quite quickly. Mr. Cookie still sat P4, unable to pass Aero Blake right now, and there's a yellow flag in sector 1. It's Never Fear Andy's here,
and SX Perry,
who is out of the race, unfortunately for him. Aero Blake trying so much to get through.
I think shoulder might have front wing damage because he's holding us up quite a bit.
He is a little bit, yeah. J Horse right behind, fully cuts the corner, so he wasn't able to make that corner. It's blue flags. Oh, Jimmy Jags. You can see all the drivers getting so close. Yourself has set the fastest sector 2 time, and oh, that's a big collision by Aero Blake and Mr. Cookie there. That Sim guy's going to attempt to capitalise it on going down the inside. Can he make this move work into the final corner? He does lunge. J Horse also lunges, nearly is able to get past that Sim guy, doesn't quite. Now running down the back straight for the technical final time for the full back straight. Can that Sim guy get the move done on shoulder? He lunges down the inside. However, shoulder gets the inside line. Does he manage to get the better exit? Yes, just. They still run side by side, heading now into the quick left-hander. That Sim guy does get the clean cut through that corner. However, shoulder really doesn't. He falls back behind J Horse down into P5 now with Mr. Cookie right on his back. And now it's just a matter of that Sim guy holding 3 seconds to Aero Blake to catch P2. It's very, very much doable. He also looks in a good position to possibly make an overtake at the final back straight here.
Oh yeah, it's the last lap. Shit.
It's the last lap of the race.
Shoulder is going to jump us all.
Is he?
Because he hasn't got a penalty, and we do.
4 seconds. Yes, he will currently. As it stands, you'll need to pull another seconds to prevent the jump. You might be able to swing it around Aero Blake here, but it might slow you down a little bit unless you can get the exit, which you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You do. It's a good exit. You do manage to get past Aero Blake to cross the line. Rick won. Shoulder sneaks back through. Thank you very much from him. He takes P2. That's him, guy, podium position after having to pit for a dodgy front wing. Aero Blake finishes P4 with Mr. Cookie P5 and Mechanical Cole P6. J-Horse finishes P7, and it didn't let me read the rest of them. Oh well.
What a race.
What a race, honestly.
Driver of the day, Jay Hawes. Obviously starting at the back and finishes... Where did he finish?
P7.
Amazing. Amazing. So we got Rick, Aero, and... no, just Rick and Shoulder. Whew. So Rick, I'll invite him, and Shoulder. Alright, they are both invited into the... No, I don't want to start a chat. What's going on? Right, I'm still in it. Oh, congratulations to all the drivers there. That was incredible.
And if you want to start them, I will be back in just 1 minute.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Oh. What a race.
Yeah.
What a race. Absolutely nuts that was. Right, where do we start? I mean, qualifying, obviously between me and you, at one point, was quite close, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just that 1,000th in it. But yeah, your race. Tell me. I mean, I can't really question too much because I just know what's happened from my side because obviously I was racing. But yeah, tell me about your starts, safety cars, what you thought about strategy, and just explain.
Yeah. Start wasn't good as I lost the position to Aero on before turn one, gained it back in what is it, turn three, or the third braking zone, and
Yeah.
bless you, and then got you into the final corner. Had that fucking long battle with you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. I damaged my wing, so that's why I dropped back so much. I damaged my wing.
I did the same thing a lap later, and then full on had to box another lap later, which just I thought it was race over for me at that time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's the same for me. You know, when the safety car, when I damaged my wing, I thought, this is it. I mean, I know what happened in obviously APPF1 in the Sunday League that we're both in, and yeah, when you damaged, bear with me, sorry. But yeah, I don't is Shoulder in the chat? I don't think he is now. But yeah, congratulations on winning the race. I mean, that was incredible strategy from you as well. Obviously, pitting on the last safety car to put the softs on, not picking up a penalty as well, which is very impressive around this track.
I'll add to that I had 2 warnings after lap 5.
Oh, really? So you had to keep it really, really clean throughout the whole race.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know what questions to ask because I was in the race on obviously focusing on my race. Um, were there any concerns from you on your side?
Penalties and when Mr. Cookie and Jails pit so late, and obviously the second safety car.
Yeah.
Yeah, their pace. I didn't know their pace were enough, so gamble with the pit and
What lap did you pit for? You obviously pitted on for under the first safety car because you started on the softs, didn't you?
yeah,
Uh,
I had to pit twice on the safety car. So
yeah.
like lap 3 and then lap 4 or 5.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I
Oh
went.
wow.
I
So
got
you went,
damaged. Then the
yeah,
safety car came out, and then boxed again for mediums. And then like lap 20, what was it?
yeah,
One.
21, I think. Yeah, like literally 4 laps before the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy race. But hopefully you'll join us on next week's race. I don't think we're going to get Shoulder into this chat, and I'm not sure that he ever joins. But congratulations to Shoulder as well. Really good racing at the end there. He's absolutely rapid. Yeah, that was extremely enjoyable. Um, oh, I don't know what else to say really. Um, but yeah, Carteristics is live streaming, so
And
I'll just wait
is
for him to get
returned.
back. Ah, there we go. Any questions for
Uh,
Rick?
I no, I'm gonna say that you've probably covered them all because I didn't actually hear, so I don't want to just sit here and just
Yeah,
keep repeating your questions.
of
So
course.
I trust you that you've covered what
I,
I would
I've
have
tried.
covered.
I've tried my best considering I wasn't watching the race exactly. I was watching my own race.
All right, fair enough.
But yeah, we haven't unfortunately got Shoulder. Have you got any questions for me? Being
Uh,
in P3?
I mean, yeah, you've had a quality race, and I think obviously the big one is how do you deal with driving around of all tracks Jeddah with my loudmouth in your ear?
Honestly, it's not just that. Do you know what? Trying to commentate as well as driving, and then figuring out strategy and when the safety car comes out, thinking, oh, what do I need to do? Um, yeah, it's very, very difficult. And obviously, also hearing what you're saying throughout the race of other people fighting on track. But do you know what? It's great fun. I really enjoyed it, and I'm learning to kind of switch off your voice and try and listen to the engine sound. But that will come in time as well if I keep doing comms from a racing perspective. Um, but yeah, really enjoyed it, and great comms again from you.
Yeah, I mean, you've done a nothing short of an exceptional job, considering your circumstances. Being able to have a chat through having a really tight and close battle. Whenever I get within like a second of someone, I just go silent.
Yeah,
So that's pretty good going from you, mate. So yeah, fair play to you.
thanks. Cheers. Oh yeah, I tried to be as entertaining as possible with
Yeah.
such fast, great drivers around me as well. It's not easy when you have to concentrate so hard in trying to give them space on track and trying to make sure that you don't, especially at this track, you don't cut corners or extend the track limits or anything like that. But no, it was a good race in total, I think, and congratulations again to Rick for winning the race.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
I'll let you do the outro.
Oh God. Okay. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed and hope to do more of this. And thank you for watching. Then
See you next week.
see you next week.
Go on, characteristics. Take it away.
All right. Thank you all very, very much for watching. It was a surprisingly calm race for such a mental track. I think all of the grid had learned about clean driving since Singapore and the wet and strategy and all the absolute madness that occurred from there. So I think everyone was a little tired out, and it was a surprisingly clean race for Saudi Arabia, which is lovely. Plenty of finishing drivers. It's something we always love to see. I have been the characteristics. Lee has been that sim guy. Thank you all very much for watching. For any of you that decided to, and we'll see you next week for what? Where are we at next week? I don't know.
Uh,
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 probably should have checked this before.
calendar, we are at Brazil.
Brazil. Oh, that'll be a good one.
That will be a good one.
Yeah, you better show up because it'll be a good one for Brazil. So yeah,
Exactly.